Hi, my name is Robert Malone. I'm a physician scientist. I'm the original discoverer of mRNA vaccines, mRNA as a drug, DNA vaccines, and that whole suite of technologies.
So I'm a regulatory professional, and I do talk to the FDA, and I have good friends there in senior positions. They were aware back when we were doing randomized clinical trials that these adverse events were occurring. Many of them were oddly delayed and atypical for a vaccine trial. This is totally new technology, and that kind of gets at the core. I think one of our problems here is the assumption that this is like every other vaccine we've ever seen, and it's not. It's very different technology.
Right, and so these weird symptoms. Byram Brittle did a freedom of action request of the Japanese government for the Pfizer data, and he got a biodistribution chart.
This is the lipid component.
Yeah.
That does the delivery.
Okay, so good. So what we've got here are different lines that tell you over time from a quarter of an hour to 48 hours where you find what the concentration in various tissues are. And you've got some strong signals here. You've got it in whole blood, not surprisingly, over the first 4 hours. In other words, it's moving around, it's circulating.
That in and of itself is unusual.
And concerning.
It should be in the
It wasn't
fluid.
so the forgive me, just to get a little more precise, we've administered by needle into the deltoid of this complex.
Yep.
And you're just tracking the lipid part of it now. There's also an RNA part of it. But as you say, it quickly moves into the blood. Plasma is the cell-free fraction. That's the yellow mustard line. And the gray line is whole blood. So that includes the cellular part of blood.
Yep.
Okay. Carry on.
Okay. And then we get lines that rise. So all of these things decline as basically this diffuses through the body, which actually is not what you would hope. You would hope it would stay in the arm, but it's basically diffusing through the body. So concentrations are dropping as it gets more and more evenly distributed. And then concentrations are rising conspicuously in two places as we close in on 48 hours. One of them is in the ovaries, where it goes sky high. That's really frightening.
Anybody that's looked at this data says, what?
Yeah, that is a very frightening signal.
And it's the cognitive dissonance between what the CDC says is that this is safe